June is Veteran Suicide and PTSD Awareness Month, a time to talk about post-traumatic stress disorders and remind veterans they're not alone. One Kentucky nonprofit is working to play a crucial role in stopping soldier suicide. ABC 36's Justin Walker joins us with more of that story this half hour.
Jeremy Harrell founded Veterans Club Incorporated in 2017. Harrell is a U.S. Army combat veteran who served in Operation Iraqi Freedom and was deployed in 2003 and 2004. Now he understands veteran PTSD, having suffered himself for years. Now he's working to provide support to other veterans going through that same experience. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, 12 million people in the U.S. live with PTSD. The VA also says PTSD is slightly more common among veterans than civilians. Symptoms vary person to person, but signs include reliving the event, having negative thoughts and feelings, and experiencing nightmares, flashbacks, guilt, and numbness. Harrell says there are several resources available for veterans experiencing suicidal thoughts, including the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, programs with the Department of Veterans Affairs, and psychotherapies. He says Veteran Suicide and PTSD Awareness Month highlights the need for veterans to get the help they need to live full and happy lives.
You can't erase memories, right? And that's essentially what it is. But you absolutely can have those memories to a point where it doesn't negatively impact you emotionally or cause you to re-experience or cause you to go down a dark rabbit hole that you don't want to go down. And that's the goal, right?
Now coming up at 5:30, we'll have an update from New Vista here in Lexington, who monitors mental health and suicide calls through the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, including veteran calls. For now, Justin Walker, ABC 36 on your side.
All right, thank you, Justin. Meantime, we are exactly 2 weeks away from the July 4th holiday, which means loud music, large crowds, and fireworks. Well, the Veterans Club says it's important to be aware that those sounds can negatively affect veterans. The nonprofit says fireworks can sound like a gunshot, which can trigger memories of war zones and gunfire. Those memories can be a side effect of PTSD. Harrell says while it's important to be considerate of those who have served, he also encourages veterans themselves to get out and celebrate.
Go out and celebrate something that you've given so much for, right? That's your day. Like, that's your day to look around at all these beautiful Americans who are just having so much fun, especially the little kids that are playing and they're getting to see the fireworks and they're so excited about these sparklers and things like that. Like, you did that, right? You had a hand in preserving the right to go out and see them do that.
Well, Harrell says noise-canceling headphones can help minimize some of those loud sounds. He also says veterans who choose not to go out can surround themselves with others who have gone through something similar to help them get through the holiday. Another check of that forecast with TG. 2 weeks out from 4th of July. Also tomorrow officially marks the start of summer, if people can believe it, and the Muggies are already here.
Yeah, they really ramped up yesterday. Even Sunday, you could start to feel it creeping in. That's going to be the case, of course, with that area of low pressure cut off from the upper level flow. Now, it has drifted over east central Tennessee, so essentially along and south of I-64 on the northern edge of the circulation, everything coming from east to west as opposed to the other way. Here in Lexington, a few little spotty showers here and there, one over the southern part of Paris. Got a decent cluster here running from not far from Nonsuch here in southern Woodford County over to Salvisa, right along the Washington-Mercer County line, and then out toward Perryville and down into southern Boyle County. And you see scattered across southern Kentucky some solid rain from Somerset down to Whitley City with, again, a few scattered thunderstorms firing, everything rotating back to the west and southwest with the center of circulation just to the west of Knoxville there. Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD Camera Network. Now, we've had a few breaks in the clouds here and there. Here's a look at downtown Mount Sterling in Montgomery County. 77. So got that east wind at around 10 to 15. We've overachieved a little bit here in Lexington, even though it's been mainly overcast. We have had a few peaks of sun, and those areas that have received very little rain. And I think that's going to be the trick the next couple of days, even with some cloudiness around. And you see here, upper 60s to low 70 dew points. So it is awfully muggy. We'll continue to see a few Scattered storms, especially through the early and mid-evening. An isolated one or two overnight. I think the coverage will be much less. Won't move a whole lot. It'll be mild. It'll be muggy. And we'll do it all again as we welcome summer tomorrow. More on that in your 7-day coming up.
A death investigation is underway in Knox County after human remains were found in a wooded area last night. The Knox County Sheriff's Department says the body was found around 6:30 in a wooded area near Hall Circle in Gray. Deputies say the search started after a backpack was found by a fireman. Now, several other emergency crews assisted in looking for the body. The Sheriff's Department says they believe the body is of a man who went missing back on May 24th. That body has been sent to the medical examiner's office for a positive identification and to help determine the cause of death. There's a new inpatient behavioral health unit at Kentucky Children's Hospital. The 17-bed inpatient space is designed to meet the unique needs of children and adolescents who would benefit from more intensive mental and behavioral health interventions. Hospital leaders say the new space features 8 semi-private rooms and 1 private room specifically designed for the care of patients ages 5 to 17.
But a big part of therapy is also seeing other kids who are going through what you may be going through, and seeing kids who may be farther along in their recovery, and being able to kind of help yourself also by making those connections and feeling less isolated.
The behavioral health unit was previously housed at Good Samaritan Hospital. A Mormon cricket crisis is expanding in the western U.S. The insect surge began in Idaho just a few weeks ago. Well, the bugs are now heading south and causing a real mess as they make their move. Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Millions of flightless insects known as Mormon crickets have now descended on swaths of Nevada, taking over homes in the city of Elko, Nevada, blanketing roads, even the local hospital. Some homeowners are using vacuums and power washers to clear out the crickets. Killing the 2-inch-long plump crickets can lead to a smell described as burning flesh. The sheer quantity of insects on the streets now forcing the Nevada Department of Transportation to use plows and warn of slick roads due to the squashed bugs.
It's almost like an oil slick. I actually, at this intersection, was coming home, and as I came around the corner, I came around a little too fast, and I about ended up in the ditch full of water. It was pretty intense.
Outbreaks of Mormon crickets have been recorded throughout history across the West in Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Montana, and Oregon, causing widespread damage to crops and other vegetation. Experts say the crickets have a 4 to 6 year cycle and then go dormant. For people in Elko, relief can't come soon enough.
They just eat, because they eat everything. Anything in their path, they'll eat, including each other.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Nope. Experts say the crickets could plague that region for years until they're brought back under control by predators. Well, meantime, back here at home, Woodford Humane Society is getting ready for its biggest fundraiser of the year. Tickets for the upcoming Summer Gala are officially on sale. The shelter says you're invited to join in on an evening of great food and drinks, exciting auctions, huge raffle prizes, and most importantly, help Woodford Humane Society continue its important work. And new this year, the Summer Gala Blind Bourbon Poll. Some lucky guests will go home with top shelf and hard to find bourbon. You can get your tickets right now online at woodfordhumane.org, then click on the Summer Gala link. You can also check out the menu and much more online. The event is set for Saturday, July 22nd at the Keeneland Entertainment Center and Keene Barn. Up next, we'll tell you why the price of orange juice is going up. Plus, remember that fish story we told you about yesterday? The crew that did not get the prize money despite reeling in the largest blue marlin in the tournament. We've got an update on the action the crew's now taking.